The first Stargate is located in Antarctica, and this explains why there's been a lot of restrictions there. There's been a lot of covert operations, military with non terrestrials, underground bases. The German secret space program was, of course, operational there since the 1940s before they became the spacefaring Nazis. So that's called Stargate 1, which is in the South Pole. And not to mention, Stargate 1 also allows access to the inner Earth societies, which is what others call the other continents. Stargate 2 is located in Sarasota, Florida. And that is a Stargate that is still linked to Atlantis energy fields, where a major grid control point exists in North America, explaining the Bermuda Triangle, which is not too far from that Stargate, where apparently after the cataclysm of Atlantis, there was a portal, an interdimensional portal that was left activated, explaining all the anomalies, the disappearing of ships and airplanes that get too close to that, right? And then we have Stargate 3, which is in the Bermuda Triangle. So that's the third Stargate that I was referring to. So yeah, those two Stargates are close to each other. And then we have Stargate 4, which is located at Giza Plateau in Cairo, Egypt, which is one of the most important gates. And it's also connected to the pyramid technologies and the solar alignments. And yes, our pyramids are actually technologies, by the way. When they are fully activated, they harness cosmic energy. And then we have Stargate 5 in Machu Picchu, Peru. And that is associated with Pleiadian connections with the Seven Sisters and Alcyon. And it is also intimately connected to the ancient Incan tribe, who were a very advanced race. And then we have Stargate 6, which is near Moscow, Russia. And that is linked to Sirius, the star system Sirius. And then we have Stargate 7, which is in Lake Titicaca, Peru, Bolivia. And that is a Stargate which has a direct access to the inner Earth. And it also acts as an interface point between the Argarthians and, of course, the sacred aboriginals of South America, often described as the Stargate of the Sun. And then we have Stargate 8, which is in central China, Xi'an, they call it. And that is the Eastern Hemisphere Grid Stabilizer Stargate. And then we have Stargate 9, which is in Tibet, the Himalayan region, which is a high-frequency spiritual gateway between dimensions, that is often linked to hyperdimensional access points. And then we have Stargate 10, which is the main reason why the war in Iran is taking place, also known as the Abaddon Stargate, which is one of the most strategically important gates. And that is said to be a part of a major planetary ley line intersection. So that is the reason why it was important that we recuperated that gate from the Anunnaki. And then it is also believed that that Stargate in Iran is connected to the Andromedan star system, and it acts as a planetary control grid for the Earth. And then we have Stargate 11, which is located in the United Kingdom. And that Stargate is connected to Stonehenge, Avsbury, and the ley lines that are associated with those sacred monuments. And then we have Stargate 12, which is in the south of France, where the Cathars used to exist before they were wiped out by the Vatican during the Albigensian Crusade. Unfortunately, they were a very advanced spiritual race that existed in France 500 years ago. And that Stargate is associated with the Cathars, who respected the sacred divine feminine. Not to mention, the Cathars were the remnants, it is believed, of the Holy Grail lineage of the descendants of Mary Magdalene. And then we also have, that Stargate is also associated with the temple that were created like Montsegur by the Templars, who were the gatekeepers of the Atlantean technology, the Knights Templars, before they became infiltrated by the Illuminati. And then finally, but not least, we have Stargate 12, which I just mentioned. All right. So, my friend, those are the 12 Stargates.